Remember, we're in the itchy lot. Good evening, everyone. Just watching this. Just out and about on a nice rainy, Sunday afternoon. Where am I at? I'm at the William B. Pond Recreation Area. And, just one of the few places around here that's just a nice big park area. I'm currently looking for the river because, well, I can never get river access, and this is one of the closest places where I can easily get it. Unfortunately, we just see a big parking lot in the distance. So yeah, it's just a nice rainy day out today. Gonna have big sandwiches for dinner when I get home, so that's that. So let's keep exploring. Wonder if that's the lot I could have used to get a bit closer if it wasn't blocked off. Flooded signs because happy rain times. Gotta love that. I don't know. I like the rain. Good times. Can see the. I don't know. Just like getting out in them, and don't mind getting a little soaked if that means, seeing something interesting. That's sort of what I want to see. If the area's closed off, that probably means river's risen up into the area. Let's see, for our own safety. Let's see any bicycles in this area behave like that. Sheesh. I don't know, they're just crazy bike riders around here. Zipping through the traffic, no hand signals, no nothing. Just, bad times. Alrighty, let's see where we're heading. I don't know, it's pretty empty right now out here, which is a good thing. Because, well, I just don't really like running into people when I'm out and about. Went out at a park or something because, if you're on a narrow path like these, they sort of dictate how fast you can go when you want to go your pace. So I know I've blocked people when walking dogs in parks and stuff, so it goes both ways too. Ooh, wow. Here we are. Right down to the American River edge again. Just like we were the last time I did a video for y'all. Right in a nice quiet bend here. Oh, really nice, really just a lot calmer than you think it would be. Just cool. And of course the illusion's ruined in the background where you see non-native palm trees. I highly doubt that they're native to the Northern California area, unlike a lot of these other grasses and trees and whatnot, which could be argued that they are from this area since I'm not a botanist. I don't know. Jeez, you can see down where people have made trails and stuff and over flooded. To them, that's pretty cool. And just really nice looking. Let's way to keep the phone dry. Ooh, that's a big puddle. I'd love to come through here on my car. I always love splashing in puddles when driving. I'll never ever grow out of that, I hope. Let's see. Seems I'm not the only one who has the idea to do stuff out here. Now, let's see how close we can get. Whew. We've had pretty heavy winds the past few days. So, not surprised there's a ton of debris out. Now, this isn't as bad as some of the stuff I've seen. Heck, went to the comic shop a few days ago, and part of the freeway was blocked by a fallen branch. Okay, so if your walkway is underwater, lol. Let's just head over to that dock there. If a park person comes, I'll probably be in trouble. But, you know. Hi, little birdies. I'm sorry. Don't mean to scare you. And you're probably just foraging. Sorry, little guys. Okay, this is good wood. Good wood. Having been in an area where our parks aren't super actively maintained, probably because of lack of funding and because they're out in the middle of nowhere, but ooh, there's a good rumble. I don't know, just the increase in storms here. That is really muck water, which is good. That means stuff's being carried down river. I mean, right to the farms, I hope. And not being blocked off by any of the people upstream because they don't need it. The farms down south probably could use it, and of course the cities, the reservoirs. I mean, all of this rain definitely not going to cure the drought. I mean, that takes years to fix those sorts of problems, but you know, it'll at least make this summer's heat waves and droughts a lot easier to bear, since geez, the reservoirs are full. I mean, the lake is freaking full. Lake's in the area, this river's full. So that's good. If there's a way we could really preserve it better. I don't know, there was some program I was watching. I think it had Bill Nye in it, and he was talking about using reservoir source system as like a piston for storing energy for power supplies, like using just using them like a bladder to fill up empty whenever you need the power for an area. So I really wish I could remember what that was. It was a really cool idea. That could have been an excerpt from a TED Talk for all I remember. Sheesh. I don't know, feels good to be out right now. Past few days, actually, I've been just shut down almost every bit of social media, so it's just like take a break from that because, well, I didn't want to deal with anything related to politics or any of that stuff. So that's my reasoning. Oh, looks like someone lost a beer or a soda down there. Probably a beer. But yeah, just don't want to deal with that, and just, I'm taking the weekend off from that stuff. So it means I'm interacting with people I normally interact with a whole lot less. But at the same time, I've really been a lot more relaxed when it comes to that, except for that itch to check in. But that's ignorable. I know at the same time, it's just also not getting good enough sleep. And if the weather like this is equally bad at home, then the neighbor dog is probably barking because they don't really care about whether or not they take it in or not when it rains. Having that, and having just not being able to fall asleep, not being able to stay asleep is also a problem too. You see, most of the last, say, 5-6 nights, I've gotten to bed early. I mean, early for me. Then I wake up 4 hours later and I can't get to sleep for another 3, 4, 5 hours. So it's just like, great. That's just freaking great. And seriously, here's that leaf I saw. But it's just, I'm even getting to bed early, so I figure, yay, I can get up early and do stuff and have more time at like the comic shop. But that doesn't happen. Hey, there are ducks way out there. If I had like a easier to zoom in, I'd probably zoom in on them. Oh well. I don't know, just getting and staying asleep has always been a mystery to me. As tempting as it is to take this shortcut, I think I'll prefer the way that if I trip, I'll land somewhat softly instead of potentially falling and slamming my head into the fence. Oh well. I don't know, and then just finding quiet times like this to get out and go to places, because most places are really, really hard to get to during the day. And or when I'm up, because it's usually evenings and nights, and it's like, well, I can't go out to the rivers because everyone's closed, and I need someplace cool to relax. Like that. Nice and out of the way, but anything that's open is usually being patrolled by someone, and that just no thank you. I don't know. When I lived down in San Luis Obispo, I used to just be able to go up to San Simeon if I really needed to go that far. And there's the park right across from Hearst Castle that is calm. There are parks all along the drive up there that are calm. I could even stay in my area and go to Montana de Oro, which even though it has traffic and all that, was always just a good place to get away. Ooh, the rain dropping. Echoing too. Nice. It's just I just haven't been able to find a place where I can just go and sit in this area, and I've been looking for a while. I usually need that in the middle of the night, not at a decent hour like this, which decent hour is relative. But, oh god, and I'd love this more. Used to have a tin roof, not like this, just like an overhang sort of thing outside my window when I was growing up, and just I always loved the sound of that, of the rain on that at night, and just something I always just loved. Just really miss that a bit too these days. Ugh. Sort of want to recreate it with like a cloth overhang on my window this nowadays, because just thinking ahead for summer, and just that will help cool things down. And you know, I figure like the water on cloth thump would hopefully not be as bad if we're putting it up nowadays, but yeah, just thinking about this and what I was talking about earlier, just need like a white noise app on this device, and just that'd probably be the best thing. Help get to sleep. Who knows? I don't know. I actually use like YouTube videos all the time, even if they're not necessarily the calmest subjects or commentators or anything. Ironically, I used to fall asleep listening to Peakhole a lot, and man, he's loud. Barely see them in the video, but there are ducks moving about there. Almost center frame, just a bit up and to the left of center. You can see them moving and ducking around. Well, they have to get out and eat too. God. I don't know, hopefully I can do more videos like this, or I can just get out to a nice quiet area. Hell, if I even come out to this area again. I mean, shoot, I watch Breaking NCS a lot, so this is what he does, and even if nobody's watching this, I don't really care. It's just good to get out and get out. Well, the two ducks are still out there. You can barely see one. It's the tree in center frame. It's moving around in that. The other one still a bit top left of center. So, God. Let's see what else I can find around here real quick. Yeah, one of the feeder rivers here where we saw some drop supplies a ways back. Possibly homeless people lost their stuff, but over here we've got the ducks and geese, and god dang it, I thought I was recording a few moments ago, but I was really up close with some of them. Not within touching range, thankfully, because that would have been bad for both of us, but enough to get pretty close. Where did the ducks go? Did the geese come off? Dang it. I told them to play nice together. But you know, they're the ducks. Right by that ramp that possibly leads to that sign out in the middle of the river now. Oh, that's great. That's just funny. Yeah, looks like this is the trail back to where I parked. So I figure I'm just gonna head home now. I don't know. I'd definitely come back here for another video or two. Well, this is barely scratching the surface, but again, like I mentioned earlier, if too many people are about, they'll just. Hello, what was that sound? But I don't know, good little areas in here. mean, this is why we support our parks. Minimal footprint trail like this. That's barely wide enough for 2 people. Hell, I'm even talking about 2 people my size, and I'm a pretty big guy, so. So let's see. Ooh, there's a birdie. But yeah, I just love these little nature areas. That's why we love our parks. They don't all need like playgrounds and volleyball courts and the like. Just a nice place for people to get out for a bit. And this is definitely one of these places. Hell, like I've said in a lot of previous videos, a lot of good parks in this area, so always have fun with them.